A lot of people believe that poor eyesight is simply the price of getting older, that as the years go by, our vision will naturally fade, that it's just part of aging. But after more than 30 years of working with patients over 50, I've learned the truth is much more complicated. Growing older doesn't have to mean losing your eyesight. I've seen people at 70 or even 75 still reading the newspaper without glasses, while others at 55 are already struggling to see clearly. I want you to imagine this: our eyes are like the windows of a house. If every day dust, pollution, or moisture collects on the glass, and no one ever wipes it clean, that window will slowly become cloudy, no longer sharp and clear. The retina works the same way. It's a delicate layer at the back of the eye, filled with millions of tiny nerve cells that never stop working to help you see the world. But over time, they get worn down by a process called oxidative stress. I often compare oxidative stress to rust on metal, silent, slow, but relentlessly destructive. And the painful truth is, once those retinal cells are gone, they don't grow back. One of my patients, Linda, who's 62, once sighed and told me, "Doctor, I always thought blurry vision was just because I was getting old. But since I retired, I've realized how much my eyes affect the little joys in life, like reading a favorite book or seeing my granddaughter's face clearly." Her words really stayed with me. None of us want to lose those simple, beautiful moments just because we ignored the silent causes creeping up on our eyes. And oxidative stress isn't the only culprit. There's another one: nutrient deficiency. The retina is one of the most hungry organs in your entire body. It needs omega-3s to stay flexible, zinc to carry vitamin A, vitamin E to block free radicals. Yet today's modern diet's so full of sugar and so low in vegetables, fruits, and seeds often leaves these vital building blocks missing. And then there's circulation. Think of your eyes like a city lit up all night long. That city can only function when the power supply, your blood and oxygen, flows steadily. But as blood vessels weaken from high blood pressure, blood sugar swings, or simply age, that vital supply begins to falter. The result: your retina starts to suffer damage earlier than you might expect. Now, I'm not telling you this to make you anxious. I share it because I want you to know vision loss with age is not a fixed destiny. It's shaped by factors we can influence: reducing rust, replenishing nutrients, and keeping circulation strong. And trust me, just a few small changes in your daily eating and lifestyle habits can help your eyes stay with you far longer than you might imagine. Sometimes the best solutions for our health are already in our kitchens. Small, ordinary things that carry extraordinary power for our eyes. I'll never forget one of my patients, Thomas, who's now 68. He's always loved reading, but in recent years, his eyes would tire quickly. He could only manage about 15 minutes before the words began to blur. After our conversation, I encouraged him to adjust his diet and add a few specific seeds. 6 months later, at his follow-up visit, he smiled and said, "Doctor, I can now finish a whole chapter every night." That was the moment I realized just how powerful these little seeds truly are. And that's why today, I want to share with you 7 natural seeds that science has shown can nourish your retina and protect your vision. They're not only packed with nutrition and easy to weave into everyday meals, but they also act like silent guardians, helping to keep your eyes clear and bright for years to come. First, let's talk about flax seeds and chia seeds. These tiny little seeds carry a hidden treasure: omega-3 ALA. You've probably heard about omega-3s from salmon, but not everyone eats fish regularly. Flax and chia are fantastic plant-based sources that help fight inflammation, reduce dry eyes, and keep the membranes of your retinal cells flexible. On top of that, their rich fiber content helps steady blood sugar. Why does that matter? Because high blood sugar damages the tiny blood vessels that feed your eyes, and once those pipelines break down, the retina begins to weaken. Next, pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. I like to call them the golden duo for vision. Pumpkin seeds are packed with zinc, a mineral essential for transporting vitamin A and producing melanin, the pigment that shields the retina from harmful light. Think of it like a natural sunscreen for your eyes. Sunflower seeds, on the other hand, are loaded with vitamin E, one of the strongest antioxidants protecting your retinal cells from rusting over time. I remember one of my patients, Helen, asking me, "Doctor, is there a simple way to protect my eyes without more supplements? I told her to try adding a small handful of lightly roasted sunflower seeds each day. A few months later, she noticed her eyes felt less dry and less strained. Then we have sesame seeds, small, humble, but rich in magnesium and lignans compounds that help improve blood circulation, especially in the tiny capillaries that feed the retina. And when blood flows well, your eyes get the oxygen and nutrients they need to perform reliably. I'll never forget how one patient described the change I used to get eye fatigue whenever I drove at night, but now it feels so much easier. That's the power of better circulation at work. And finally, pistachios. One of my personal favorites, not just for their taste, but for that beautiful green color, which comes from lutein and zeaxanthin, the two carotenoids most concentrated in the macula of the eye. Ever notice how blue light from your phone or computer makes your eyes ache? Pistachios act like a natural filter, reducing blue light damage and helping protect against macular degeneration. On top of that, they're rich in vitamin B6, which supports both circulation and the optic nerve, a truly valuable combination. Finally, let's talk about cashews. Small, creamy, and easy to snack on, yet inside they're loaded with zinc, copper, and magnesium. These minerals are the tools that keep your retina and optic nerve running smoothly. Copper, in particular, plays a role in producing antioxidant enzymes, like little cleanup workers that sweep away the rust in your eyes. I often recommend cashews to people who spend long hours in front of screens. They really do help the eyes stay more resilient. You see, by simply adding these 7 types of seeds and nuts into your diet, flax, chia, pumpkin, sunflower, sesame, pistachios, and cashews, you're giving your eyes a natural shield, reducing inflammation, fighting oxidative stress, improving circulation, and nourishing the retina from deep within. No expensive pills, no complicated formulas, just simple everyday foods used wisely and consistently. And let me leave you with a question. If just one handful of seeds a day could help you keep the joy of clearly seeing your grandchildren's faces, or finishing your favorite book without strain, wouldn't it be worth it? My friend, I know many people wonder, Doctor, how exactly should I eat these seeds? Do I need some complicated recipe? Trust me, it doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, your eyes only need small daily habits that build up into big results over time. In the morning, when you start your day with a bowl of oatmeal or a smoothie, try sprinkling in a spoonful of flax or chia seeds. They'll soak into your system like a starter dose of nutrition for your retina fighting inflammation and easing that scratchy, dry eye feeling when you wake up. I often share the story of one of my patients, David, age 65. He used to hate the idea of taking an omega-3 pill every morning, but once he swapped it for a spoonful of chia seeds in his strawberry smoothie, not only did it taste better, he's been able to keep up the habit for over 2 years now. At lunchtime, give your eyes a little green gift. A fresh, crisp salad sprinkled with roasted pumpkin or sunflower seeds is a simple way to load your retina with zinc and vitamin E. Not a salad fan, just add a spoonful on top of a warm bowl of soup. It's an easy way to give your eyes their daily dose of natural sunscreen. In the afternoon, instead of reaching for pastries or sugary snacks, why not grab a handful of pistachios or cashews? They're just enough to curb your cravings while delivering lutein, zeaxanthin, and powerful antioxidant minerals to your eyes. One of my patients once told me I can sit and read the newspaper in the afternoon without my eyes feeling heavy anymore. That's a small but very real benefit. And in the evening, when your body is winding down, try adding a sprinkle of toasted sesame seeds over steamed vegetables or whip up a little tahini sauce as a dip. The magnesium in sesame helps improve blood circulation, especially in the tiny vessels that feed your eyes. I often tell my patients, think of it as giving your eyes a gentle massage from the inside out. So in total, all you really need is about 2 to 3 tablespoons of seeds and nuts a day, rotating between the 7 types. No need to eat them all at once. Let them show up naturally throughout your meals as part of your life, rather than a chore. And then the changes won't happen overnight, but they will quietly build up. After a few months, you may notice your eyes feel less dry, or that reading the paper in the evening becomes easier. After a few years, your risk of macular degeneration or cataracts may drop significantly. What that really means is you'll be able to keep your eyes strong and clear, to keep driving, reading, and seeing the faces of your loved ones without relying so heavily on reading glasses or extra lighting. I've always believed that after 50, quality of life isn't just about whether you can still move quickly, it's also about whether you can see the world clearly. A small handful of seeds each day may be the very key to maintaining independence, joy, and confidence in the little moments. You know, our eyes are how we stay connected to the world and to the people we love. I once asked a patient, if you had to choose between losing your hearing or your sight, which would you fear more? Without hesitation, he said, "Doctor, I'm most afraid of not being able to see the faces of my grandchildren." Maybe you feel the same. We can't stop time, but we can slow down the steps of aging. Every spoonful of seeds you eat today is like planting a seed for the future, so that you can still read your favorite book by the lamp, still drive to visit friends, and still smile clearly when you see the eyes of your family. If today's message gave you even a little hope, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I have so many more stories and so much medical experience that I want to share to help you stay healthier and more confident after 50. And if you think this video could help a friend or loved one, please share it. Sometimes one small action today can change the entire future of someone's eyesight. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. I'm here walking beside you so that our eyes can stay bright, clear, and full of joy for many years to come.